Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, shifting your entire perspective. It's not about forgetting, it's about using your past to grow. Imagine the past as a stone. You can carry it with you throughout life, or it can be used as a stepping stone for growth and love. Forgiveness empowers you to redefine the significance of your past, transforming its impact within your mind. And that means the past can be changed inside you. I think that resignifying the past before life or other people define it for you is a way of taking responsibility, a way of growing and feeling empowered. If I give my ego the keys to my life, I can easily become resentful and hateful. But resignifying, applied to my own life, might look like this. As a kid, I dealt with bullies. Now, as an adult, grudges and resentment sometimes come out of nowhere. But it's not really nowhere. These things have come from hatred towards my bullies and anger at myself for not stepping up and giving the bullies so much significance. With forgiveness and resignifying, I start to alter that past. It's the belief that I created these experiences for a reason. I created my past to grow, receive valuable lessons, stop taking insults personally, laugh at myself, and even disidentify from myself. For me, I created the past to learn to speak up and accept myself, and if I think about it, it's how I got into stoicism and spirituality, so it really was a gift. After forgiving and resignifying, I can start thanking life for things I once thought were failures or purely negative experiences. And I believe that I actually created that experience to grow in love. I even realized that I could love the person who bullied me, and that love is my superpower. Forgiveness is the fine art of flipping the script, taking that steaming pile of past hurt and turning it into a stepping stone for your growth and healing. Now that sounds very nice and spiritual, right? But what the heck does it even mean? When someone does something to you, like someone runs a red light and smashes into your car, it's natural to think they're careless, they're reckless, this whole thing is their fault. And you know what? You're probably right. But holding on to that blame, it's like carrying a heavy burden. It weighs you down, drains your energy, and steals your joy. Forgiveness isn't about excusing what happened. It's about releasing that burden and reframing the past so it works in your favor. So who's the one suffering here? It's you. Now, this doesn't mean sweeping your past and your memories under the rug or trying to avoid or hide things. It's actually using your past to your own favor, like mining your past for gold. When you acknowledge and reinterpret everything around you, it feels like cleansing your mind entirely. Yes, it is a form of brainwashing, just as you are brainwashed every time you use Instagram or watch the news, so you might as well do it intentionally. I can already hear some of you saying, wait, you're telling me that I need to take responsibility for something that wasn't my fault? That's dumb. I get that. It sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. It's not about saying what they did was okay. It's about choosing how you respond to it. It's about reframing the narrative. What do I need to learn from this? Why did I create this? Not in a self-blaming way, but in a how can this make me stronger kind of way. Life is full of people who run red lights, literally and metaphorically. Pain is inevitable. Here's another idea that I love. People do the best they can with the tools they have. People aren't necessarily bad, and they rarely intend to hurt others. What if in that moment they were just doing their best? Maybe their best wasn't great and it hurt you, but so be it. And don't get me wrong, this concept does have limits. If someone's a serial killer, I really don't care if they're doing their best. I'm keeping my distance. I'm not talking about volunteering to be hurt over and over again. Even the Pope loves you, but he still travels in an armored convoy. You could stay stuck in victim mode, feeling wronged and powerless. It might even feel good for a while. But if you're not careful enough, you'll carry that weight into the next day, the next relationship, the next beautiful moment you could have had. That's the high cost of clinging to a grudge. When you forgive and resignify, you're reclaiming your past and repurposing it. It isn't there to haunt you or hold you back. It's full of power and purpose to propel you forward. There's a famous quote that says, "Refusing to forgive is like drinking rat poison and waiting for the rat to die." Now, I know this whole taking responsibility thing can feel tricky and even make you feel angry because they should pay for what they've done. And yes, there are consequences. If you rob someone, commit a crime, physically hurt another person, action must be taken. It's what comes after that. I'm talking about what goes on inside of you, because that can be the most important thing. And here's a possible shift in perspective. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you're saying it was your fault. It's considering, did I create that situation to teach myself something? Taking responsibility empowers you to stop being a victim. Instead of asking, why me? You become the author of your story, reclaiming your power. And look, I get it. It's tempting to keep replaying the whole thing in your head, telling yourself how unfair it was, mentally rewriting that perfect comeback you didn't get to say in the moment. But here's the truth. All that mental energy isn't solving anything. So let's flip the script. Instead of saying, they hurt me and now I'm stuck feeling this way, try saying, okay, that sucked, but what do I need to learn from this? Why did I create this scenario and how can I grow? Here's another real example. I got scammed a couple of years ago. Obviously, I took legal action and some angry phone calls were made. Remember, I'm not telling anyone to volunteer to be taken advantage of or get hurt. Do what you have to do. But inside, I started questioning, why did I create this situation? Was I being too ambitious? Did I make a bad decision because of my urge to make more money? That perspective helped me realize that it was my anxiety and my impulsive drive for more that created the situation. The whole experience became a lesson, influencing my future decisions and helping me grow personally. I forgave, thanked the situation for the gift it was, and moved on. When you do that, you turn every challenge into a stepping stone. What once felt like a roadblock becomes a tool for your growth. It's emotional alchemy. You're turning pain into progress. The moment you forgive, you're free. So next time someone runs a red light in your life, literally or metaphorically, take a moment. Breathe. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What's the lesson here? And then step on it. Set yourself free. Life's too short to let someone else's mistake live rent-free in your head. Forgive, even if the person is still acting like an idiot. Forgive, even if the person no longer exists. Forgiveness isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. It's not about pretending things didn't happen. It's about choosing to grow and even change the past. We forgive and move forward with love because that's our superpower. Letting past hurts shadow our future? That's not our story anymore.